Okay, I'm going to see if I can catch 5 minutes while the children are watching Frozen. So, apologies if there's Let It Go in the background. That's not my favourite part of the movie. All right. 3 things that I thought were just me, no one else. Especially no one else because they've got ADHD. First of all, the not being able to be quiet business. That sucks sometimes, but also it's really great, but also it sucks. I just thought that being an excitable person was why I can't be quiet. But mostly it's because I can't keep the directive to be quiet in my mind for long enough, for more than about a minute. Like, whenever there's anything funny or exciting going on, I'm always the one who is like guffawing the loudest, who everybody in the room turns around and goes like that at me when I have a big massive laugh or something. I think I've mentioned this before, if you've got a sleeping baby, don't invite me around for coffee because there's no way your baby will be sleeping by the time we get into conversation. Like my mum tells a story about when I was little, trying to teach me how to whisper. She'd be like, all right, Kristen, you don't use your voice. You just quietly like this, no voice at all. And I'm like this? Is this how to do it? No, Kristen, no, we don't use our voice at all. Just shh, like this. What about like this, Mummy? Is it like this? Is this how to whisper? No, Kristen, maybe we'll deal with this another day. So this is something my mum constantly reminds me of when my children get loud. But I think maybe that was my ADHD. I just don't have the capacity to down. I've had to work very hard to learn how to do that. So the whole getting overexcited and too loud thing, that's definitely an ADHD trait for the hyperactive end of the spectrum. Another thing, which actually this caused me to drop out of uni about 3/4 of the way through a degree, because I was doing social work and that involves a lot of reading and some of it's very dry. And when my ADHD symptoms started getting really bad, it was like suddenly I stopped being able to read. And this happened to me in year 11 in high school as well. It was like I thought there was something very wrong with my brain. And at the time, because it was with a whole bunch of other symptoms, it was diagnosed as a depressive symptom. And it probably was made worse by depression. Look at this, I've clipped my hair. Now I can see it in the screen, it's fallen down. And I just can't have that because I'll be too distracted. I have to clip it back up so that I'm not so distracted. This clip is just not very functional. Goodness me, Kristen. Anyway, when I was at uni, I just stopped being able to read. Like I could read each word and I knew the meaning of each word. And individually, I could read each word, but by the time I got to the end of the sentence, I'd forgotten what the first words were in the sentence, and so I couldn't string them together to make any meaning out of them. So I knew the meaning of the individual words, but I couldn't make any meaning out of the sentence. And I didn't realize it was to do with functional memory, but it was basically because I'd forgotten by the end even what the previous word was. So I was reading each word as a lone word individually. And it turns out that you can't make sense of a sentence if you don't string the meanings all together in the English language, probably in every language. But basically, I've got to the point where if I'm super fascinated by something, I can skim read. If I'm going really, really fast, I can skim read and I can glean the most important information from the article or whatever it is I'm reading. Or if I'm totally engaged in a story, there's a couple of storybooks that I've read, like fiction books that I've read out there since my adult onset of all these things, that engaged me enough for me to be able to read the whole book. But mostly I can't read whole books. I might get a little chunk in here and a little chunk in there, but my pile of books that are half read or 2/3 read, just please don't give me books for my birthday. I can't read them. I audiobook. This is since audiobooks has come along, it's, oh my goodness, I've been able to I have been able to satiate my deep need for information because I can listen to it while I'm doing other things. And as long as I'm listening to it while being stimulated by something else, while my hands are busy, then I can take in the information, engage with it, and think about it. And it's so audiobooks, and there's also an app called Speechify. Speechify is amazing. So you can get it to read you website, like web thingies, or you can take photos of pages of books, and it works out what all the information is on there and then reads it to you. So this is something I've only recently discovered, and I think, oh man, it's probably going to mean that I can study again. I can probably finish something or go back and do, I don't know. It's opened up worlds of possibility for me with all that spare time that I've got in my life right now. Juggling all the things, but reading was a massive thing. Oh man, I thought of another thing in there. I have to go back and watch it and make another video because I thought of another really thing. It was something to do with books or unfinished things or anyway. In fact, I'm only going to do 2 because that makes it a 6-minute video, and that's like the shortest video I've ever done. No, it's not, but I think I'm going to leave it at 2 for this video so that we have some more bite-sized videos rather than like whole meal-sized videos, because I guess that not everybody has time for an extra or the available calories within their allocated caloric intake for the day to be able to digest a whole 10-minute video. So let's leave it at 6 minutes 43. Okay, bye.